Liverpool warned that Mo Salah could ruin sensational summer signing. Alexander Isak could suffer if he moves to Liverpool this summer due to Mohamed Salah still being a world-class player, according to a former Anfield star. Isak's future looks set to be one of the big topics of the summer transfer window. Newcastle United remain determined to keep the deadly centre forward, though he may ask for a move if they fail to achieve Champions League qualification this season. Isak has ambitions of becoming the best striker in the world, and starring in Europe's elite club competition is one of the best ways of doing this. Although if Newcastle are forced into selling their talisman, then they want to be very well compensated. Eddie Howe's side have provisionally set his price tag at an enormous 120 million, 143, 155. It emerged on Friday afternoon that Liverpool are more likely to pay such a massive fee for Isak than rival suitors Arsenal. Team Talk has previously revealed that the Sweden star would be open to moving to Anfield if Liverpool ramp up their chase for him. But ex-Liverpool striker Stan Collymore has urged caution over such a deal. The pundit has suggested Isak might suffer if he joins Arne Slot's side due to Salah still being an elite goalscorer in his own right. Salah may be 33 in June, but he is enjoying a stunning campaign and has outscored Isak this term. "I think any top club would want Alexander Isak," Collymore said in his column for Caught Offside. Isak would be a sensational fit for Liverpool, as they do not have a proper clinical striker. However, there is an argument that he would not fit in as well as other places because he would not be the main man in terms of goal scoring. That would still be Mo Salah. He could easily suffer if he moved to Anfield because of this. In a football team, there is typically one dominant goal scorer and a couple of others weigh in too, but Isak would not want to be the latter. I don't think you get two players that can score 30-35 goals a season if Isak and Salah are paired together. Football does not work like that, and if Isak sees himself as playing second fiddle, he could have doubts. Collymore continued, "Regardless, I think he stays at Newcastle for at least one more season if they qualify for the Champions League come May, especially as he is already loved there, and he has players around him that get the best out of him." Liverpool signing Alexander Isak will be costly. Liverpool are keen on Isak as they hunt a more reliable goalscorer to replace Darwin Núñez. Isak would be a supreme signing for Liverpool and would give Slot a brilliant chance of winning major trophies such as the Premier League and Champions League. While it has been suggested that Liverpool are more likely to fork out 120 million on the 25-year-old than Arsenal, supporters on Merseyside may be skeptical about such an expensive move. PSR rules put Newcastle in a good position as Liverpool spending 120 on one player would see them blow most of their budget. Isak is clearly on his way to becoming one of the very best players in the world. But interested clubs such as Liverpool and Arsenal need to weigh up all factors before committing to such a huge outlay. Liverpool transfers, Kerkez exclusive, Juventus rumor. Meanwhile, Team Talk can reveal that Liverpool have decided to make Bournemouth star Milos Kerkez their top target at left-back. Manchester United have cooled their interest in Kerkez, which could allow Liverpool to make the Hungarian their successor for Andy Robertson. The Italian press claimed that Liverpool are also pursuing a deal for Juventus winger Kenan Yildiz. Reds chiefs supposedly believe that Yildiz can help to replace Salah once the Egyptian leaves or retires. Richard Hughes may be closing in on a $40 million deal after the events of this week. The Liverpool sporting director hasn't really set the world alight since his arrival at the club. Hughes failed to address the glaring midfield problems last summer. Meanwhile, he's also failed to tie down the likes of Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold to long-term deals, much to the dismay of the club's supporters. All three of them will be free to leave Anfield for pastures new at the end of the season if Hughes doesn't find a way to extend their deals. And that's not the only thing he has to worry about this summer. There are going to be massive changes at the club, including, as Anfield Watch exclusively revealed, a major overhaul in Liverpool's attack. Sam Maguire, Alexander Isak has red flags Liverpool can't ignore. But there is some good news. After the events of last week, Hughes might be closer to making a big sale this summer. Richard Hughes one step closer to $40 million transfer deal. In the January transfer window, reports emerged that Liverpool were open to selling Harvey Elliott. At the time, those reports claimed that the fee Liverpool wanted for Elliott was 40 million. Nobody made a bid for Elliott. At the end of the day, despite the undeniable moments of brilliance Elliott has shown on the pitch, the fact that he has spent so little time actually playing reveals that Arne Slot doesn't appear to be overly keen on the midfielder. Out of Liverpool's first-team squad, only Federico Chiesa and Tyler Morton have accumulated fewer minutes than Elliott this season. The 22-year-old has played a mere 517 minutes so far, and as his 22nd birthday approaches, this is certainly not the kind of playing time he should be aiming for. Elliott is well aware of his own value and potential. He will likely recognize that moving away from Anfield may be necessary in order to reach his full capabilities. Clearly, he possesses remarkable talent, a talent that has delivered for Liverpool on several occasions. However, the unfortunate reality is that there simply isn't a spot for him in this Liverpool side. Elliott's playing style doesn't seem to fit Slot's tactical system, and that much has been made glaringly evident. At the same time, Elliott's market value remains high. His agent Hughes will be actively marketing him to potential suitors, showcasing his key moments, such as his winner against PSG, as well as data that emphasizes his productivity on the field. There is no doubt that Elliott can thrive elsewhere, and that's precisely why Hughes should be confident. If Elliott continues to seize the opportunities he gets to make an impact, Hughes will be able to secure a deal for him at a price that meets Liverpool's expectations. The moment of truth is approaching for Elliott at Anfield, as Slot faces a critical decision regarding the young player. This decision comes right before Liverpool's Premier League clash against Southampton. Liverpool is set to face Southampton at Anfield later today in a match Arne Slot has described as a cup final. As the league leaders, Liverpool is determined to continue their pursuit of the title and strengthen their position. In the midst of these critical matches, Liverpool is also keeping an eye on some of Europe's most promising talents, with one player in particular making headlines for his extraordinary achievements. There is little doubt that Liverpool will bolster their defense with at least one new addition this summer. How many new defenders they sign, though, will largely depend on the futures of current players at the club. Both Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk are out of contract this summer, and it seems increasingly likely that at least one of them could be on the way out, especially since neither player has agreed to a new deal by this point. If even one of these key players departs, Liverpool will need to make a major signing to fill the gap. Should both leave, however, Liverpool's task of rejuvenating the defense will become significantly more urgent and complex. In addition to the uncertainties surrounding Alexander-Arnold and Van Dijk, questions remain over the futures of Joe Gomez and Ibrahima Konate. Konate, in particular, enters the final year of his contract this summer, and Liverpool will face fierce competition to retain him.